Peace and hotel, Lord Cashus D, I'm back again. Mighty Universal Zulu Nation. We at the school of the ancient mystics. You know, we make these wonderful products, like this wonderful herbal soap here. You know what I'm saying? Made out of all natural organic products, grown by us, produced by us, do for sale. Today we'll get into a little science today. You know, a lot of people burn incense, and they be burning resins, and a lot of them don't know the power of the resins and what the resins do, so we're going to explain a little bit today about the resins. This first resin we're going to endeavor in is one that I see commonly burned, especially amongst African people of African heritage and a lot of other people across the world. And this first resin is called frankincense. I'm just putting a few little pieces on the table of frankincense so that you can see the frankincense. Frankincense was once used as money in Ethiopia. You know, they say the Queen of Sheba came to see King Solomon, and she brought gifts of frankincense, which was a third and a fourth of the country's wealth. So frankincense is a power. We also got another one. Also, before I get deeper into this other one, frankincense also has a high frequency. It's used by the ancient Kemites. It was used to fragrate, mummify. It has an antifungal, antibacterial qualities to it. It's a very powerful, strong herb. It comes from East Africa. Some of the best of it. It's a sap that drips down and forms into this cluster of rocks. And they've been using this for thousands of years in culture. Its sister, I like to call it the brother, is myrrh, which is this little black one right here. Get a shot of that. That's myrrh. Now myrrh is antiseptic. Antifungal. Let me get that right. Myrrh has qualities to it that in ancient days when people used to get cut with a sword or something like that in a battle or something, or get cut, there wasn't no hospital, wasn't no ER, no IVs and antibiotics to take to get over this cut. So what they would do is they would take the sap from the myrrh, from the plant, and they would melt it down and make it into a syrup, like an oil syrup. And they would pour it over into the wound, and it would grow like a scab. It would look just like the myrrh, a grown scab. And it would actually clean and disinfect the wound and help it to heal. And eventually it would just fall off, and the person's skin was healed and back to normal. Myrrh is a very powerful healer. It's also used as a combination of frankincense and myrrh. When the Egyptians, or the Kemites, would do burial rituals, they would take the myrrh, and after they pull the organs out of the body, they would take the myrrh and they would fold it through a reed down through the body, and the myrrh would make a crest inside the body, like a big crust inside to preserve the body itself. That's why the mummies were mummified. That's what part of mummification. Then they would shroud the bandages in a liquid sap oil of frankincense to seal it. So they are very precious and holy herbs. In the Bible, they said that the wise men came and brought the Messiah gifts of frankincense, myrrh, and gold. So when you burn frankincense in your house, you get a high frequency, a high megahertz frequency of the oil. It's good for studying. It's good for relaxing the mind. It's good for prayer. It's excellent for catching up with your spirituality. Frankincense and myrrh, I like to call it the alpha and omega, the man and the woman. And you should have some of this in your house. If you don't, you better go get you some. You see what I'm saying? Come down to Ancient Mystics and get you some. Come down to the House of Culture, see the Ancient Mystic products, and get you some. See one of the good sisters and get you some of this. Because you should have some of this. When you go in your house, on days, you should twice a week burn you some frankincense and myrrh in your house. You should make prayer in your house. You should ask for things. You should ask for peace and good health and all those things. Now these are called resins. They call it resin because it comes from the word residue, meaning that when it's a film. So when you burn this is on everything. humans are the biggest resin carriers on the planet because 99.9 of the dust that come from our house come from our human body, come from the cells of our human body. So we have a residue too. That's why when we go somewhere, you say, I can still feel these people in here because there's a residue left there. They have a resin. This is a resin too. This burns, when you burn this in your house, it's in your house. It's not just dissipated in the air and gone. It's there. So you need to get you some frankincense and myrrh. I would recommend everybody have some of this. This is number one. You know, there's another great one we're going to talk about, and we're going to burn some of this frankincense and myrrh. How you do these resins, I'm going to get a charcoal going here. Get you some self-lit charcoal. You take the self-lit charcoal, you light it. It lights itself now, but you got to get you a holder, like one of these. I'm going to use my big one to put it down on. A little more fire on it. Because it get hot now. Like the barbecue grill, don't play. Now, once that charcoal get going, then we're going to add our resin to it. I got another great one for you. This can go both ways, but it's a magic. And this ain't no spook stuff, y'all, so don't be looking at it like that. This is resins. It's a God-given resins. This is dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is a powerful, powerful rock resin. It's a sap resin. It's called dragon blood because the richness of its color and the redness of its color. People use it to make dye out of it, make a lot of things out of it, but it has burning qualities and frequencies to it. It can be used as a protector, it can be used as a neurotic, as a come-to, you know what I'm saying? It can be used sexually, it can be used in all kind of ways. You know, it's how you put the resins together and what you do with the affirmation of the words from your mouth with the resin. So this is dragon's blood. So if you ever run into it in your household or out somewhere, you know about it. The original dragon's blood hails from West Africa. I'll show you that. We got all kind of stuff, man. We be doing this thing. A lot of people, they don't do this like we do it. So you don't find too many of us to do this like this. You know, people be selling stuff at them festivals and stuff like that, and they have it on the table, and they can't never tell you what it is. No, they just say, buy it, smells good, but you should know your stuff. Here's another one, I'll show you this too. This is beautiful right here. This comes from Senegal. It's called chura. Chura. Chura is powerful. Chura has like a spongy, it's a woody base. I don't know what kind of wood it is. It comes from it's some kind of sandalwood from Ghana, from West Africa. And the juice that's made from it is a spice. I don't like to call this an incense resin. This would be more of a resin spice because the juice is like a spice. And they take the juice in Africa and they soak belly beads in the juice. The women do. And they soak them and they wear them across the navel area of the belly. And the juice is said to be healthy for the belly beads, like the science to the belly beads to heal the womb, heal the woman. It's a woman's science. But when you burn this is truly for a good lesson in prayer, meditation. It's a constant one that you really get your concentration on. So, and there's a lovely aroma in your house, and it's pleasant, it's very sacred smelling. So you look for that chura, that's what it's called. I'm going to show y'all a few of them things right there. I got one more up here that I'm going to show you. This is white sage. White sage is used, and they call it a smudge stick because you smudge with it. It's used for protection. It's used for cleansing. It's used to remove bacteria in the air as well as spiritual cleansing at the same time. From Africa to the Native Americans, sage has been used for that. So you should have you some white sage in your house. It's great when you move into a place. A lot of us move in, we never know who was there before us. So you need to go through the place. When you clean up the place, you need to clean your place up real good. Wash your floors with some ammonia and water. You see what I'm saying? Then come back through there with your white sage and say your prayers. You see, read from your good book or whatever thing that moves you, and say your prayers and ask whatever was there before you, that you give space, because you here now. You see, you should smudge yourself. Native Americans had a saying. They said, "Oh my takiase," which meant all my relations, all my ancestors. So you get these. My grandmother used to have these hanging over the door. You would wonder, why did grandma got the weeds hanging over the door? She said, to keep the hanks out the house. Get you some sage. Everybody should have some white sage. Great fungal fighter too. Bacteria fighter with colds and everything. You smudge your house out. Get you some white sage. All right, I got something else here. It wasn't supposed to be on the table, but since it is, but before I do that, smudging process goes like this. I forgot about that, y'all. I can't talk about white sage and not talk about that. You smudge it. Bless your house. Fan. Find feathers, keep your feathers. We also carry the pure white feathers and some spotted ones down here too. So y'all can get up with us and come get you some feathers or order it from us. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do. Get on the internet, theancientmystics.com. The Ancient Mystics. Not just Ancient Mystics. TheAncientMystics.com. Order from us. Or check us out on this page. And give me your information, get you some stuff. Or come by the store at 618 East 71st Street. What we're gonna do is